We all go to the store to buy what we need. Well, the stores have to buy what they need as well, and then they just mark that price up so they can make enough money to stay in business to keep buying other stuff and then continually selling it to us. Well, in order for them to come up with the price that they want to sell each item, they'll usually buy things in bulk. So let's just say they buy a huge amount of pens, and then they figure out that, hey, it's costing them about 79 cents for each pen to get it into the store. Well, they come up with the selling price by simply determining a percentage of markup. And so they can times this by a percentage, and they add it to 100% and times it by the store cost. What's the store cost? Well, that's how much that they actually paid for the pen. So again, they paid about 79 cents for each pen. They have to sell that pen for more than 79 cents. Okay? And this formula is going to get us the selling price. So let's go take a look at this problem. So here's the scenario. We were just looking at the pens being sold for 79 cents. Here's our formula to find the selling price, and that's what they want. So what's the percent markup? We'll scan and get the information, and here it is. The store marks up the pen 65%. So the 65% is going to plug in there, and now we add it to 100%, and then we have to times it by the store cost. And remember, that's how much that the store actually had to pay to get that pen into the store, and that was at 79 cents. Now that we've plugged in all the information for our formula, we can go straight to our calculator and do this in a couple of different ways. Option 1 would be to use the parentheses and type it in exactly how it appears, except for the $sign here, but we would put in the percent signs, so it would look like this. We would use the parenthesis buttons, which I'm showing you right here. And then here's the percent signs. This is the percent button right here. And then you would just hit enter, and there is the selling price, 1.3035. And we'll talk about how to round that in just a moment. But there's another way that we could do it. You could just literally add the 65 and the 100 together and just type in 165% and times that by the 79-cent selling price, and you'd get the exact same answer. So the choice is up to you how you'd like to do that. So this is what we got for our answer, and since it's money, it's talking about selling price, we only want 2 of these numbers after the decimal spot, so we're going to round it, and this 3 says keep it at a 30, so final selling price would be $1.30. Just make sure you do a restate. So pause the video and see if you can come up with the selling price of something that the store paid $89.89 for, but they're going to use an 80% markup. Plug it into the formula, see what you get. So let's go and round this to the nearest cent. And now we can just do the restate. And just to recap, again, what's happening here is that the stores are buying something cheap and then having to mark up the price so that way they can actually make a profit and stay in business. So they would buy something for about 90 bucks, and then they could possibly mark that price up to 160. And if people actually buy this, then they've made a decent amount of profit. Here's the thing though, people are never going to buy something unless it's a good price for them. So if they mark it up too high, nobody's going to buy it. So it's very competitive, and that's the reason the system works for the most part, as long as there's enough competition.